Hello, this is John Kvale, and I have learned that I can start this video and show you a close-up of me, and then with the click of a button, boom, it goes up into the corner, and it's no longer my mugshot, but it's the video. Kind of the neat part of, I guess, doing amateur video broadcasting, podcasting. Again, as newbies, the reason that we do this is I like to put a face behind the name, especially for maybe folks that are new. That would be me. And then when I'm talking about this, I'm writing it. It gives it one angle of what we were thinking about, but then when I talk about it, I talk it out. So it really gives you clarity on what we were writing about the articles. So, okay, enough of the explanation. Let's jump into the meat of this, and there's the newbies part. This is pretty interesting. In our search for our holiday party venue, which is the Perot Museum, I left it out this time. We had a leak. Our mini-me, I'm trying to think, water heater gave up the goose and started leaking. And just by chance, we had the bill out for our basically our coverage for our office. And I almost made a mistake in calling it just to find out some information. I'm like, wait a minute, I wrote an article a year or so ago. And so here's this article that reminded me, thankfully, that we did have a clue, and the clue is an acronym for a system that you go on when you call in about claims. The bottom line is not while we have insurance, not everything is claimable. There's certainly a lot of things that are, and we want to have insurance, but you don't claim everything, and that's, in this case, we did not have a claim, and this was a good reminder. So this is the financial planning section. All right, I've got two more. We had three good financial planning articles that I felt like were good, and the next one is very much about directed towards clients. There's two different portals, electronic portals, to access our digital information. One is the Vault, and that's our favorite. That's a catch-all, be-all. We can hook our credit cards up to it. We can hook our bank accounts up to it and everything. And it is evolving. It evolves every month. We add some new things to it, and we're picking up more and more data. And so one way to access our data is through the Vault. That's one of our favorites, but that's not always the way that we access it. And for those of you that are listening, I'm showing a picture of the actual, there's a small picture that was in the post, and here's the link to the post. But in the upper right-hand corner of our JK Financial webpage, there's two links. One is to the Vault, and one is to Account View. Account View is just a direct view to your accounts through our vendor. It does have some account statements and some tax forms, that will end up in our new Vault sooner rather than later as well. But there are certain instances, and it can be confusing. Okay, where am I going? Do I go to the Vault, or do I go to Account View? So just wanted to clarify that out. The Vault is an all-encompassing. The Account View is just going in through our vendor to look at our accounts. I did this at the very end of the quarter. Personal property tax growth versus our versus our assets. It's incredible, especially here in the Dallas area. I know we have people all over the world, and especially all over the United States. It's incredible to see how property taxes are taking a bite out of our checkbooks, especially with the SALT tax deduction, a cap of the deduction. I ran some numbers, and basically it's not surprising that over the past 30 years, tax rates are growing quite a bit faster than our assets. And I measured assets by the Case-Shiller housing price. And this little graph here, this is a small graph. Those of you that are listening, I'm in listen-only mode. I did the representative of the growth. It's a little less than a percentage difference, which over 30 years is a big chunk. And so what's happening is again, using Dallas as an example, Dallas is one that has been exaggerated because the taxes as a percentage of our income has increased and is becoming more and more important. The bottom line is, be sure and check what our tax bill is going to be when purchasing an asset. And there's a great link to the article. All right, all eyes on the FOMC. If you read this or listen to this post at 10:30 Central Time when I put it out, about 2.5 hours later, the FOMC will give their decision. Everybody thinks that they are going to lower rates 25 basis points. That would be from 250 to 225. Interestingly enough, if they didn't, it would probably be met with a little bit of disappointment. We think that they likely will. We're not sure that if they should, but that's not ours to make. But we don't think they're going to be on a continued path of lowering. So as I mentioned, I was trying to think of a good way to conclude this. It's a great compromise for all. So that's it. We're nearing the last month, official month of the summer, and it has gone fast. And here's my 4th of July banner. Actually, a picture that I took at a tennis tournament. I thank you for your time. We'll talk to you at the end of August, and have a great end to your summer. Thanks again. Bye-bye.